Hello everyone, welcome to your session. So today's topic is social customer service. So basically, who can use this is someone who has to talk to, like being an agent or sales rep. You need to connect with your customers through social media accounts. For them, this service is very well required, or this can help them. So it's for them, those people. So today's agenda is what is SCS and benefits of it, and then just set up how we can do it on our service cloud. Basically, what is social customer services? It's something which we have to integrate. We'll be integrating Social Studio on our service cloud, so that it will be very easy for agents or sales reps to connect with their customers throughout any social media accounts which has been integrated in their org. And it will also easy for the customers to connect with their service centers, just not by using an email ID or phone number, but using different social media accounts, so that even they know that they will be getting a reply very soon, because um, any customer who is using social media account and connecting with the company they want to have service with can help agents or sales rep to receive their complaints easily on through their social accounts. Okay, so basically we can sync our social studio account with a lot of social accounts, um, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and other social networks, obviously. If you integrate Social Studio with CSS, then you can manage up to 2000 social accounts. But just by using social customer service settings, where you can add social accounts into it, you can manage up to only 500. And of course, this social customer service is available for all the editions which support Service Cloud. Okay. So the benefits is obviously that there will be fast um, rewards of whatever cases getting stored on our Service Cloud, or maybe fast replies to the customers. That is the best thing. Also, the sales reps and agents can connect with their customers through social media by knowing what is going on their background, because obviously if I try to get service from a company through through Facebook, obviously they can have an access to actually see my background, from where I am or what exactly I do and why I need such kind of service from them. So it is again beneficial for them. These are the benefits. And setup is something which I have mentioned it here, but I'll just give a quick demo.
So
So
before
this,
we go to the demo, Akansha, I have a question.
yeah.
I'm sure others might also have a similar question. If you go back to the slide,
Mm-hmm.
is the need part. So can you go back a couple of slides?
Yeah. Benefits.
Yeah, the benefits and the significance. So I want to take a couple of steps back and uh, understand and also maybe discuss with others as well here of saying, are you are aware of what is social customer service in the first place? I'm assuming you are, but how does Salesforce get into that part? Are we saying, Akansha, my question, my understanding is I understand social customer service, which is Twitter and prime. I mean, I've seen a lot of Twitter based social customer service more than any other platform. So I'll take Twitter as an example.
Mm-hmm.
What others are supported from Salesforce here, but we're saying okay, we will combine a social media platform like Twitter with Salesforce and handle customer service, which is case management or case
Yes.
creation and things like that, right?
Yeah. So social customer service helps us to create cases and leads in our org. So if like for example, you're saying the example of Twitter. So I'm an company from whom you want a service, and you are coming on my Twitter account and posting something that will be created as a case on my org. So it will be easy for me to see newly case created. Like I don't have to go every time on different social accounts and check for like what have I received complaints on my Twitter, on my Instagram. So basically, going on each social account and checking, I'm getting everything on one place, and that's the most benefit of using social customer service, because I'm getting cases created on a single platform. I don't have to go on every social account and check what case I have received today.
Right. So that's what I want to reiterate, because I thought we could have, we can just slightly expand a little bit.
So one more question here. Does it do an interactive type of discussion on social
Yes,
account
yes,
via Salesforce? Like
yeah,
you
yes,
get the
it does.
case, you respond here, it gets posted there.
Yes, it does. And that's what I'll show you in the demo.
Okay.
So I think it's more of an,
Responding quickly,
an
like this.
integration of platforms, integration of social media platforms with Salesforce,
Yeah.
where you could either, from both sides, customers can use social media channels to reach out to companies, and
Yes.
companies can also set it up in a way where their teams through Salesforce can interact with customers
Custom.
on different social media.
Social media.
Right?
Yes, yes.
That's what essentially this is. So I hope now people who may or may not have been aware, that's what basically social customer service means. It had different names in the past, uh, and if I understand correctly, it was actually an acquisition somewhere in 2014, 13, or 15, somewhere in that period, where this social media aspect was included in Salesforce. Prior to that, it was more of a custom integration where you had to use. So, what is this helping with? If this was not there, is it still possible? Yes. How?
Yes.
How?
So,
By using APIs. So, if I were to, if you want to connect to Facebook using from Salesforce, Facebook has APIs. Facebook has exposed certain APIs. People understand integration, or even if you don't understand integration, they expose some code and say, Salesforce, if you want to use this, or whoever you want to use this is our code. You use this code and you link it with Facebook. And using that code, you can comment on Facebook. You can like a post, you can share a post, or you can do all those stuff on Facebook. Similarly on Twitter. So they have their APIs which were exposed for people to use, consume, and build custom integration in a way they like. Now, what this does, or something like social customer service, is avoiding that need for writing code or taking the APIs and then building it from scratch. Rather, it is it is all built in, and with a bunch of configurable options where you can drag and drop, set up a few things which Akansha will show us, and make it very easy to set up customer service, which means faster to market. So if in the past I want this, the companies will have to spend time and money of 3 months, 6 months before they can actually start using something like this. But now it's inbuilt with a few configurations here and there. They can start using it not more, but they can start using it
quicker.
sooner than a custom implementation would take. So that's the benefit of this, and it's primarily used by customer service teams. And if you look at these 4 points, that's what it suggests basically. So it helps customer service team scale, get a good view. So lesser team members, but because it is integrated, one person sitting here like me will get everything from Facebook, Twitter, or whatever other platforms that are connected.
Yes.
With that.
One question, is this social platform supposed to be integrated one at a time, or is it coming as a package?
No,
That's
as per your requirement. Like today you have integrated Facebook, and after 10 days you felt like you want to integrate Instagram as well, you can do it. You just need to add the page, that's all.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So up to 500, you can directly add on social customer service. But if you want more than that, more than 500 social accounts, if you want to use, you need to integrate Social Studio. So basically,
500
marketing.
is a lot. Typically, 5 is what a company will have.
Yeah, exactly. Shall I start with the demo?
Yeah.
Just a setup demo.
Any other questions from anybody else? Okay. I have a question.
How costly is this service? Akansha,
Yeah, you need to buy an edition. It does not support dev.
no, I meant how costly is this service?
Do you know the license cost?
No.
Okay, it's an additional cost, but you don't know how much it is. Okay, fine. And
So it's only available for enterprise, is it?
No, any edition,
Apart
but
from
does
that.
not, apart from dev. Yeah, and it will be there.
you mentioned leads as well. So, but customer service more. I was assuming cases, but are you saying it can pick up leads from social media using the same add-on that we're talking about?
Yeah, but it has been mentioned on Google that social customer service can also help with leads, but even I'm not
No, if it is mentioned, then it would have, maybe it's possible.
Yeah, it is yeah, but I have studied more on capturing cases.
Fine, no problem. Let's proceed.
Okay. So this is an Facebook page, okay, and he wants to integrate this Facebook page with his Salesforce org, and so you need to go search for social customer service, and after going on social customer service, you need to edit and enable the social customer service. First step is this, that you need to enable it. After enabling, you need to save it and move on to social accounts. Okay, for social accounts you need to add, Srini, here is your answer to your question, that you can add accounts whenever you felt want, like today you want to add Facebook, 10 days later you want to add Instagram, you can do it from here.
Okay.
Okay, so adding account for starter pack you can only use Twitter and Facebook. You need to buy, yeah, you need to buy if you want to use Instagram or YouTube or any other social network. Okay, so you can add Twitter and Facebook for a starter pack. So here he has used example for Facebook, and his Facebook has many pages. Okay, so when you open Facebook on the same tab, I mean same window, you will Salesforce captures all the pages on the Facebook in your org, and then you can select which page you want to add. So he wants to add this Microsoft Dynamics CRM training.
How did it get these pages? Like whatever pages you have liked, or how did it get all these pages?
He just opened his Facebook on another tab.
No, it showed a list of pages, right?
Yeah, so all these pages are on his Facebook account.
Okay.
How the connection will be established between the Salesforce org and Facebook?
When I tried this demo, I just opened my Facebook on another tab, and when I went on my org, it directly captured every Facebook page, all the pages on my Facebook account.
No, yeah, that's true. But somewhere we have to connect, right? Somewhere we have to establish your Facebook ID along with this this Salesforce org, right? So did you done anything like that?
No setup like
What
that.
happened here is this is a video, and she's lost access to the trial packs. Basically,
No, when I tried on my trial pack, I enabled my social service. And then second thing, when I went on the social account, I just opened a new tab. I logged into my Facebook, and all the pages on my Facebook were already integrated on this.
So the username is the same for both your Trailhead and Facebook.
there is a chance like mail ID, I guess.
Yeah, mail ID. No, not even mail ID. My Facebook has another mail ID.
How did it load?
Yeah,
In
that's
the
Cache?
trying that Facebook account, no? Is it something there?
Sorry.
In the previous step, you have shown us something to add Facebook and Twitter accounts.
Yeah, I selected Facebook, and then I opened Facebook on another tab, and then it dragged all the pages.
Okay, maybe Naresh, I think
That's how
when
it
she
got
clicks on Facebook, it might ask a login from
Since
Salesforce
it was
itself.
already logged in, it might have took the account.
yeah, that is a chance.
Else, I
Unless
don't
we
think
give
establishment-
the connection, it won't, like all the pages won't be
Single
available.
it's a one-time setup, single sign-up, where once you provide your handles, whichever handles you want to link to Salesforce, once you do that, next time onward,
assuming the same. Yeah, it might have got connected through this. You might have seen another tab, but it might have been a Salesforce enabled tab, is what I'm assuming.
Yeah, might be. So like
Okay.
that.
So basically, when I clicked on Facebook, okay, you're saying that it should have opened a login page for Facebook.
Yes.
No,
That's
but
how connect to it happens. Maybe it's you thought it was a separate tab. It's not a Facebook tab. It might have been
I personally opened that tab and add
Maybe.
facebook.com.
then very strange.
Maybe that's
Yeah.
because you have logged in already. It might have taken the.
I logged in later on. I didn't already logged in and kept.
No, we should explicitly tell that connect with this Facebook ID to this Salesforce org, right? Unless we give that connection, how Salesforce will take it up? Like if I open multiple tabs with multiple account IDs, like I have Facebook ID, somebody has Facebook ID, multiple
multiple people will log in different tabs. Then how come this Salesforce org will pick it up from a particular person, either from Naresh or either from Prashant, either from second tab, either from third tab. So that connection we have to establish, right? So that is the only question we have.
Check that out, Ankita, but
We'll
I
check
think
that.
when you clicked on Facebook, it might have opened a tab which
Yeah, there's a chance.
you might have misunderstood, but it should definitely open a tab. Else, how can it just take it? That's a secure page.
Yeah,
Right?
yes, that's also true. It's secure, right? Facebook is secure.
Facebook is secure, right? So I don't think it cannot. How will it even recognize? You
Don't
don't have
tell
a
you to
common.
access.
You don't have a common email ID as well. I don't think it will recognize.
Problem is, when I was trying now after my trial pack finished and I was trying with another org, it is not allowing me to click on social account. I clicked on settings. I enabled that the previous step. I did this one, but I'm not able to click on social account the way he did.
But are both your email
This-
accounts linked to the same trailhead?
No.
Both email IDs?
No.
No. Very strange. Okay.
Okay, if I can interrupt. So I think that's a setup thing. Maybe if one of you can actually try it out, we'll figure it out. We can proceed for now. It will need setup, basically, some linking one time. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So basically, whatever page you want to add on your social customer service, you can just click it add, and your account will get added. Okay. Later on, you need to go on the social customer service settings. It will take you back on the page, same page, and later on, you need to make sure that you are clicking on start just to make it active and enabling the case creation. So this needs to be done. Okay. For inbound settings, it's a personal setting that if you want to reopen cases within 5 days or not. So, yeah, and if there is any error while doing this, you will get it in error log. Okay, so this is the setup. And another other than that, you need to go into the user which is going to use all this. You need to make sure that that user has this permission set assignment, which by default it get assigned if you since there is only one user, but if not, then you need to go edit and you need to enable this permission set to that user.
Okay. So when you're doing this setup or enabling it, it creates a permission set on its own, is it?
Yeah, it is creating, and you need to just
Add
you need to add. Yes. And then later on, for which profile you want to give this, you need to click on that profile and you need to give permission where you need to enable the social account access and add the same page you just added. You need to enable it here on that profile so that the profile can access that Facebook page or Instagram page, whatever you have added. You need to add that here. So all the social accounts which are added will get available here, and whatever you want to enable for that particular profile, you need to add it on the other side. And once that is done, also you need to make sure that the connected app access is enabled, where social customer service is enabled for this particular profile. So these are the settings done, and now he is creating he's commenting on that page, and whatever he has commented will get created as a case on your on your org. So if you see here, a new case has been created. Since he has created from his own page, on the same page, he is saying his name. For example, if I would have commented on his page, the contact name would have been Akanksha Kolye, whatever name on my social account is. This is how the case is being created when you comment on that particular page being added. And for easy access, you can just add an action, social action. Okay, it also gets enabled on your page layout. You just need to add it here, a quick action, and once you click on social, it will just open. See here right now, there is only one, there is post, but we need to reply to this post. For that, when you click on social, it will open in this way where you can see the comments and everything, and you need to, whatever reply you want to give, you just need to add it on the message, and you can select the message type. Is it comment or is it like or whatever you want to do? So in this way, you can reply to particular case being created, and then you can click on post to Facebook, and it will get created as a comment since he selected the message type as comment, whatever message he will type it here and post it, it will get reflected on here. Thanks for submitting. So in that way, even customer gets to know if he has received his complaint, and it's easy from both the side because even the sell reps or agent has quickly commented them, and even the customer is relieved that okay, they are working on my case.
So the name that shows up there as Sumit Goyal, is it coming from Salesforce?
Coming from yeah, he's the user. This is the user.
The user. Okay.
This is the user. This is the user who commented. Yeah.
Okay. One more question. You mentioned about permission set and profile, right? So we did all that in permission set. Why do we have to do these extra steps in profile as well? Don't we do those in permission sets? You talked about adding a page, right, to the profile.
Yeah, profile. Yeah.
That can be done in that permission set as well, right?
Yeah, we can do. But these are the few steps that we need to follow if you want to give the access to that particular profile. Yeah, but if you you can do it through
I
permission.
think we should.
We can do it because otherwise all the users under that same profile can have the access. Otherwise, yeah. So that's all from my side.
This is one of the module from a Service Cloud package, is it?
No service. Yeah.
And
Service
adding-
Cloud gets it.
Okay.
Yeah. So these are the just setup steps that I've mentioned, the same which I said right now. And yeah, as I already said, that it can manage up to 500 only from social customer service. But if you want to have more than 500 managed social accounts per page, you need to integrate Social Studio, which has limit up to 2,000.
Roshan, this Social Studio is all about that marketing and all,
Marketing cloud.
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's
So
all.
the names, I may be wrong with names, but I know that marketing platforms, both marketing and customer service have social media links. And one name I remember in the past is Radiant 6. So there was a name, that was the name of the product, Radiant 6, when it was first acquired or built. And then it slowly changed names. I don't know. So I know the name could be wrong, but I know that the marketing cloud also has that link to appropriate social media for sending out all those mass communications.
Got it.
Have you seen how it looks
Yeah,
like?
marketing cloud supports it.
Have you seen how it looks like on the Lightning version? Because what you have shown is the classic version.
It's
right?
it's the same. I worked on Lightning only actually.
You worked on the Lightning.
Yeah, it's the same the way it looks.
Yeah, I think if we had the live, the demo part, it would have been more clear in terms of what setup, where we are clicking and things. So I think the takeaway, if I look at this, is I don't know how many of you are aware in the first place that there is something which exists within Salesforce which can handle, like a lot of you know, right? Your customer service problem is not solving. You go to Twitter, you say @Zomato, my food is not delivered. But this is the backside of it. Like when you do that, what happens? What happens is @Zomato, when you do that, there's a bot. So the bot is nothing but automation. That is actually creating a case, which Akansha showed, and it's handled in a way. And maybe there's an auto response also posted the way she showed back to the social media as a tweet or as a reply to a complaint post. So I think that is the bigger takeaway of this exists. And this is what it can do. So that if you're in a space with customer in a discussion saying, okay, can we do this, or is this kind of feature available? So yes, it is available on customer service side. Setup, we haven't seen it in detail, but I think it's not the most difficult setup as such. It's more about linking your social accounts the way we link. So these days, most of our logins are linked with either Facebook or Insta or Google signing. So it's more like that. If you go deeper, then it will come down to how deep. So when you say customer service has a process. Every company has a process of how we handle our cases, how we handle our tickets. So then it will come down to how complex a process can this handle? Can this interaction handle? And that can only be figured out when we go deeper and try to implement a process in real, right? So I think apart from that, everything else, that's what it is.
So basically, social customer service is helpful for handling cases, but Social Studio is also helpful for, even we can do the same on Social Studio, but we can't do advertisement and other things through social customer service, but we can do that on Social Studio, Marketing Cloud basically. Marketing and everything can be done through Social Studio. But here, it's just help for handling cases and quick replies.
Any
So
questions? again?
this still is a part of the social platform, right? As a platform in terms of the social customer service, it's part of the platform. Studio,
that?
Social Studio,
No, we need to integrate it.
two different things.
You have to. You can integrate Social Studio to CSA, SCS.
Okay, okay.
Okay, if we want case, I mean, right now, because we are using starter pack, we are receiving cases, right? If we use Social Studio,
Mm-hmm.
we can get leads, right?
We can get.
Leads along with the cases.
Yeah. It is helpful for everything related to social media accounts.
Okay.
Social Studio. It handles every single thing.
Yeah, my question is, there's so much of discussions around in media in terms of data security of social accounts and all. Salesforce has a, what can I say? Does it have the authority to ensure data is secure of all these?
I don't get it. What is your question?
I mean, how safe would that be? Salesforce taking integration of social media accounts into its CRM. Already through social media, there is so much of data theft that happens, right? Usually.
So to your question,
Is it safe enough?
almost every single platform or service runs on integration. So there is, I can't think of any system which is standalone and working in the best capacity. So everything is integrated, and that's why integrations are super important. And there are layers of security when they integrate. So
Right.
when Akansha set up, or when you try and set up two things. So when you log into, let's say, Quip, I'll take that example. So yesterday you logged into Lucid Chat, for example. All that you did was log in using Google, and you clicked on that. You entered your Google information, or you took it from the browser itself, and it said, "Okay, I can." It's the same thing. The security is not. This is not about it. This security is taken care of through the integration, and thus hackers can always take it. Okay. The data security talk about is separate. Data security talk about is if a bank is coming and say, "How do I put all my customer data on a cloud platform, something like Amazon?" Because so far it's in my local within the bank. So unless there is a thief who can break into these systems are only connected to local systems and not outside the world. So my customer data is here in my. But this data when it goes to cloud, that's when people start thinking about, okay, my data is going to the cloud. Everybody has access to it. What is going to happen with it? To your social media question, I think that's not applicable. Social media in general, yeah, it is vulnerable always. But without integrations, you can't. The purpose won't be solved. You see, don't you like it when you can log in using Google to any different platforms instead of remembering usage chat password, web password, Slack password, and whatnot? So to make it easier for us, see, the whole technology game is like that. It makes it easier, but at the risk of you being vulnerable in terms of your passwords, your data, everything. So I think that question in 2022 is a question towards technology itself, which nobody can answer. Does that give you the?
Yes.
Yeah. Cool. So let's put the Kahoot there while people have started filling. I've also done it. So as we have finished filling this, as and when we continue doing, we will go join Kahoot. But so while we're doing that, 2011 or 12, it was a POC that I worked on, me and one of my colleagues, where we were integrating Facebook and Twitter with Salesforce. And it was a huge thing when we actually made it work. It took it a couple of months. We were doing a project and in parallel working on this 2 to 3 months to just get one. It's like, okay, what we're trying to get is get the feed from Facebook post into Salesforce on a Visualforce page. And that in itself was like felt like huge success. And that's why I know that there are APIs, public APIs that are made available by Facebook and Twitter. The reason why we could not take it forward at that time was it was not reliable as such. The technology was there, but the API was not guaranteeing that I would get every single feed of that customer into Salesforce. It was random. I could get 10, I could get 5, I could get 7, and that's why it was not the concept was not very strong as such. And then eventually 2013 or 14 product was built. And the reason I understood back then was Twitter data is not free. So like you can't just connect with an API and get all the tweets out of Twitter and just use it wherever you want. So that's why they made the API available, but not reliable enough for you to just build a product out of it. Because if you wanted more reliable data, you would have to go and have a business talk with Twitter and take their data in a better place. Just the context of what I did and how it changed. So it is still possible. There's still APIs. In fact, how many of you know about WhatsApp API? I see clueless faces. Okay, Prashant, you raised your hand.
Yeah, it operates in the same way. Like they're going to respond in a way where, like, if you have gone for a service or something, it goes ahead and says you've presented, or rather you've attended, or give a, what do you say, scheduling and all that. They're going ahead and doing that through WhatsApp these days.
True. So I think my question was, WhatsApp API is in news. Does anybody know why? It has gone public yesterday or yesterday. Until now, WhatsApp API was not public. So like you just wanted to build an app and you want to connect to WhatsApp using the API and build your own program, that was not available. So they made it public very recently. So that's why WhatsApp API is in use. Go read more about it. LinkedIn or anywhere, Google, you'll find it. Even now, you can just type it out and you'll see. I've not gone into technical detail, but it's public. That's the news. And not just for Salesforce. That's not in context with Salesforce. It's in general. With which cloud? What?
Very difficult question. This question itself.
Question was confusing. And it was
Service
very
Cloud. Social
Yeah.
customer service is related to Service Cloud. Next.
Next, yes.
Ooh,
Chandra was the
has not even attended the session.
I mean, what
It will
is this?
slowly climb up.
third question.
Network issue.
Why do you use enable social account access? I don't know. What red and
And
oh,
then both. Oh,
To add the social account.
only 2 people got it right.
Who are these 2 people?
Let's find out. Go next.
Hey, give time at least to read it.
Yeah, we
Such
are not getting that.
sentences.
Sushma has claimed, Rupesh has come, Chandra has stayed.
Puran.
come on. True or false? False.
Double
Double point.
Oh. False. I don't know.
But true and false double points is
Both. Oh, false. Correct.
Yeah, it is false. It shows up to 500.
goes up to 500.
But true or false double points? Naveen, easy. Cakewalk. Oh, damn it. Rupesh.
Yeah, he's added a dollar sign in his name.
Network issue. I cannot do.
Again, true or false?
Again,
Again,
Double
double
It's
points.
always there with Rupesh.
Okay, equal.
that's the question I have actually.
True and false double points.
I know.
Not a good game.
I know. But still, it is working.
No, it works, but
50%.
it's easy.
Five.
picking points.
5 people. It's
Whoa.
just for starter, it helps for only Facebook and Twitter. Again,
Why are you confusing with the social accounts?
Yes. I thought I got it right. I got it wrong. Can I play with the other name again?
True and false. Salesforce CDP can automatically create a new location.
this is from previous session.
Awesome, guys. CPQ.
You should give false first, true second. Then it will-
Yeah.
Change the color coding.
Color coding. Blue, go with blue.
Blue should be false.
Should confuse with that.
Who is the end user of SCS?
Oh shit. Wrong answer.
Should I choose different one?
Marketing, Naresh.
I thought like it's marketing. But still
I was too slow. By the time I chose an answer, I lost.
Hey, Naveen, didn't laptop not working?
No.
Look at his face.
Calling Jagan to get power back.
Multi-select. Double
Okay.
points.
Points.
This
Gone.
will change.
What is the next one? What? Release. Salesforce release for summer 22. Meow.
I don't know.
Does it have multiple answers? Like seriously?
Yeah.
Oh,
Sushma,
Three are there, right?
3
mark
are
all 4.
Come on.
3.
I still didn't understand this question. What
I
does it
lost
mean?
network.
yeah, I also want to know.
I only got July. It is wrong.
So there are 3 releases happening, that means.
No.
What
Okay.
was releases for?
Does
Summer,
it happen like that?
Second quarter?
Okay,
Third
Nick,
quarter. No,
one
second
second.
quarter.
Rupesh got
Hold on.
answer this. What does that question mean?
Why it's not working?
But does every release happen like this in multiples in different things?
Not sure. I checked for summer 22 and I also checked for winter.
See, summer is just one date, right? Why do you have 3 dates? That's what I'm not able to understand.
Google.
Oh,
Google is not always right. I can't say Google there. I can show you so many wrong answers on Google.
This I know. I hope it is right. What the fish?
From Social Studio, it's 2000.
What was 500 for?
Only for SCS.
Put it 500.
Only
Very
it will be managed only on social customer service. But if you're using from Social Studio, you can manage up to 2000.
Why are you confusing with this grammatical?
That's how the game is being played, right?
Very good. Good question, Akansha.
Who are those 500 folks?
Myself.
Hey.
See, again, Rupesh has given the right answer.
Oh God, Rupesh got this right.
Who prepared this round?
does
Who
Rupesh
prepared
have
this
the
round?
credentials to Kahoot?
Looks like he has.
I think you saw this.
No, it seems.
Last one. From previous session.
Hey, time is also not there. I didn't even read this. What should I type?
She changed the password.
Oh, medical miracle. We got it right.
Yeah. Slowly we'll get down, Prashant. People.
Very tough today. Naresh, top 5.
Hey, come on. How come? Even I did answer.
You came from 4 to 5. How come on?
So Akansha, the quality of quiz is determined by the margin of difference. Rupesh is 12,000 without knowing why he is choosing what he's choosing. And the next one is 9,000 and the next one is 6,000. So, anyways.
Rupesh, at least answer at the end, please.
Where do I stay?
Home.
What tell sir? What tells you?
Answer. Who has answered?
Home.
Yeah, points.
Yeah.
What? No points?
No
No,
points.
no one has selected anything.
I have given no. I've selected Pune, but I got it wrong. It's like this.
Hey, I
Let's
also
see.
selected.
People have selected.
Yeah.
There were,
I also selected Pune.
for answers, it was showing you only 0. They were not coming answers.
I selected Akansha.
I think you didn't.
Network. I guess. There's a glitch in the process.
I think points. No points.
No, I did.
Okay, that's okay.
First-
All are zeros. Rupesh stop. No worries.
Macha, top 5.
First time in the history.
Rupesh, you got this right?
No, he
One more question. Double point.
Multi-select.
Multi-select with double question. Rupesh. Benefits of
Benefits of SS.
What is SCS? Keep telling
General.
Social customer service.
I put it everything.
See, I'm not getting any answers. Is there an issue? I'm not receiving any answers.
Yeah, because we are selecting all the options.
Is it?
Time up.
System is confused
Time up.
with the questions.
Time up.
Why is
Hey,
it like even it's
Why?
I don't know. For me also, it's,
I selected all the
I
three
also got
colors:
time up.
no, I
red,
solved
blue, green.
this.
Red, blue, green.
I got time up.
I do got the time up like from the previous question.
it is
Yeah.
because of additional devices used by Naveen
yeah,
and
that's
Sushma.
I don't
Naveen
have any
has-
additional devices. I just have my mobile.
No, that's true. Naveen is doing something because he's not getting.
Cancel.
Is there an issue with
I have multiple
cloud?
devices. That's
I
why
think
it is.
no. Can you check if you've given the points to these when you set it up?
No, but even without points, it should at least
It
show
should
the.
show the answers, right?
For the answers.
Strange.
It is showing the answer. Okay. Yeah.
It should show how many
Answer
gave
is
it.
right, but it's
Yeah,
not
yeah,
showing the
yes.
graph.
It's not showing.
Cancel.
So
Rupesh,
I had multiple accounts. I have come out.
Points didn't change.
Obviously.
it's not giving
There is
points.
no points, right?
That's not
I should-
considering answers.
I would have won this.
Hold on.
Me too.
What
Oh.
has
I
happened?
would have won this. I would have beaten Rupesh there.
3,000 points.
What has
So
happened is
Jay Puran pull.
we have together screwed up the ongoing Kahoot as a game.
But
It's not Akansha, it's not you, me. It's basically the game. So no matter how many more questions you have, Rupesh will win because
Probably I just know
Last-
Google it.
last-
Probably the server is overloaded.
yes.
With only 10 of us.
No. I mean, no, we're confused. So because
Ah.
my mobile disconnected, so I joined from laptop. Again, laptop disconnected, I joined from mobile. So they were like two devices. I'm sure Naveen or somebody would have also done. See, like two devices. Or even if nobody else has done, I did that. So it could have got gone wrong there. I don't know.
Okay, unanimous. Rupesh is a winner, that means.
again, double point.
How many employees are currently added
See, no answer. I'm not receiving any answers. Oh,
No,
I.
you're not getting answers, but this.
Oh.
But this one is very okay.
Oh, now you got it. See, because I left, I'll tell you, it was me. I left the game, so now you're getting the answers.
So obviously Rupesh is the winner.
What is the correct answer there?
16.
16.
Hey, Sriram. Okay, third place.
Nothing will change. Sriram is third place, Sushma is second place. Rupesh got more points this time, 12,000 to 40,000.